Cleveland and Houston. Houston, by the way, pulls one out today.
Boy,
Man, pour one out for our colleague Adam Burke, who had the Tennessee Titans.
Missed a couple extra points.
Oh, man.
I mean, just every which way to give that game away.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was tough because, some might say, would it have been more of a solace that you lost outright instead of a tie? No solace. Either way, you're out because ties, of course, you lose in the Circus Survivor. But credit to Adam Burke and Mark Goldberg, his partner, Spooky Express. They make it to the final 13.
Pretty amazing.
And that's really, really freaking hard to do. And, you get deep in the season, your options get thin. Went with Tennessee. I certainly understood that. Houston, I felt looking at the stats, they were the better side. Credit to Case Keenum, though, which surprised me, actually, because I was like, okay, they're going with Davis Mills. And then all of a sudden it announced they're going with Case Keenum, and they're like, we like his decision-making a little bit better.
I was stunned by that. I just assumed it was going to be Davis Mills.
Yeah.
It's not. Case Keenum throws a pick six earlier in this game. They're down 13-0 to the new version of whatever this is now for the Tennessee Titans, and yet, inexplicably, that lead goes away for the Tennessee side, and Houston now, three-way tie, they open up as a 1.5 favorites against the Browns. It's a home game, and now it's actually gone up to 2.5. Now, again, I think that we're assuming that C.J. Stroud will be back under center next week.
Yeah, I think so, that he'll clear the concussion protocol. Houston, by the way, if you look, they didn't really lead until the end, obviously, in overtime. Fairbairn, 54-yard field goal. How about that? You take the clock down because Singletary, it looked like broke a touchdown, but there was a holding penalty. So, to kick a 54-yarder with the game on the line to get you 8-6 on the road. Houston, 340 to 204 in terms of yardage against Tennessee. And they sacked Will Levis 7 times today. And, credit these guys, man, because it was not pretty, but it was an old AFC South game, and Houston gets the win. I think it's an adjustment for Stroud, and I think it's also an adjustment, even though the stats would indicate that Cleveland was the better side. Cleveland was down most of the game to the Chicago Bears. Joe Flacco, very up and down, had 3 picks, but threw for 374 and 2 touchdowns. So, now Cleveland 9-5, very good shape, I would say, for a wild card spot. But the adjustment, as you mentioned, it is about C.J. Stroud, more than likely that he is going to be starting here. Cleveland, we know that defense on the road has not been as good as it's been at home. Total a little bit up to 42, I believe, from the opener. Some injuries on the Cleveland defense as well. Some guys certainly banged up, but you're going to get that every week. Tennessee certainly has theirs as well. Remember, Will Anderson did not play today. So they had 7 sacks. Jeez, without Will Anderson?
They're without the number 2 pick overall and the number 3 pick overall in the draft. And they're 2 rookie studs, and yet they figure out a way to win this game in overtime. Look, D'Amico Ryans, we can get in coach of the year market as well. I don't know how he's not being talked about more in this market.
No, he should be.
He absolutely should be.
Yeah. For receiving, keep an eye. Nico Collins battling a calf injury. He did not go today. We know Tank Dell on the IR. Noah Brown really stepped up for this team. So I think this number's about right. A little bit less than 3. Houston has covered in this home favorite role before. And they get it done today. It's probably a teaser option if you like the Browns here, but Browns defense on the road, it wasn't great in Denver, wasn't great against the Rams, so I worry about it here on the road against Stroud.
Go to VSiN.com/subscribe to become a VSiN Pro subscriber today.